Money can ruin your life without ever looking like danger. Sometimes it doesn't come as poverty. Sometimes it comes as comfort, small spending, and little decisions that feel harmless. Until one day you wake up and realize you've been working for years, but you still feel stuck, still anxious, still waiting for a breakthrough that never comes. This is the story of Daniel. Daniel was not lazy or foolish. He was just normal, like millions of people. He had a job, he worked hard, he woke up early, and every month his salary came in. And every month it disappeared. At first, Daniel thought that was simply adulthood. You earn, you spend, you survive, and you repeat. But deep inside, there was always that uncomfortable question: how am I working this hard and still not moving forward? Daniel lived in a busy city where life moved fast. Everyone seemed like they had it together. People upgraded phones, traveled, bought cars, wore expensive clothes, and posted pictures of success. Daniel wanted to feel like he was part of that world too. When he got his first real paycheck, he told himself he deserved to enjoy it. He bought new sneakers, upgraded his phone, started eating out more, and began using ride-hailing apps instead of public transport because it felt nicer. In the beginning, it was exciting, like he had finally entered adulthood. But month after month, his money always finished before the month ended. He kept working harder, yet nothing changed. Like most people, he blamed the salary, the economy, inflation, his boss, and life itself. He never blamed his habits because habits don't look dangerous, they look normal. One evening, Daniel sat in traffic, tired and frustrated, scrolling through social media. He saw an old friend, Michael. Michael wasn't louder, richer, or more gifted, yet he had something Daniel didn't: peace. Michael posted a simple photo, not of luxury, just a small house key in his palm. The caption said he had finally bought his first property. Daniel stared at the screen, confused. They had the same kind of job and started around the same time, so how did Michael move forward while Daniel stayed stuck? That night, Daniel couldn't sleep, and the next day he messaged Michael. They agreed to meet at a small cafe. Daniel expected Michael to talk about crypto, secret businesses, or some magic investment. Instead, Michael smiled and said something simple. He learned how money works. Daniel laughed at first, but Michael explained that money is a tool and most people never learn how to use it, they just spend it. Michael told him that society trains us to earn and reward ourselves, to upgrade, impress, and feel good for a moment. It's common, but it keeps people trapped. Michael said he stopped living like a consumer and started living like a builder, and that sentence stayed in Daniel's mind. Michael admitted that the first thing he did was boring, something almost nobody wants to do. He tracked his money. Most people don't know where their money goes, they only feel broke. Without tracking, you're driving blind. That night, Daniel went home and did something he had never done. He wrote his monthly income, then he wrote his expenses. Rent, transport, food. Then he checked his bank statement, and his stomach tightened. Streaming services he forgot about, late-night deliveries, impulse online shopping, small charges that seemed harmless but added up. Daniel realized he wasn't broke because life hated him. He was broke because his money was leaking. It was his first awakening, not a miracle, just awareness. He began to see that money is about choices. Every amount you spend is a vote for comfort now or freedom later. Before spending, Daniel started asking himself, is this helping me build or just helping me feel? Daniel didn't stop enjoying life, but he stopped bleeding life. Michael taught him another simple rule: pay yourself first. Daniel always thought rent and bills came first, but Michael explained that if you don't save first, you never will because expenses will always grow to fill your income. Daniel saw it was true. When he earned less, he spent less. When he earned more, he spent more. His lifestyle kept chasing his salary, so Daniel decided that before shopping or enjoyment, he would save something even if it was small. At first it felt painful, but soon it felt powerful. For the first time, he wasn't only surviving, he was directing. He opened a separate account and called it his Freedom Fund. Month 1 he saved a little, month 2 more, and by month 3 the habit felt natural. Life tested him when friends invited him out for expensive nights. In the past, he would say yes immediately, but now he paused and asked himself, am I building or consuming? Sometimes he declined and people teased him, saying he was acting rich. But Daniel wasn't acting rich, he was acting wise, and wisdom often looks boring in the beginning. As time passed, Daniel discovered the real issue was not money but identity. He used to see himself as someone who spends and waits. Now he saw himself as someone who builds. Michael introduced him to another lesson. Income is good, but income alone is not wealth. If your job stops tomorrow, what happens? Daniel admitted he would panic. That is why Michael said you must build income that does not depend only on your body showing up. He wasn't talking about scams or overnight success, but assets. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket even when you sleep. Daniel realized many people buy things that take money out of their pocket, like expensive cars, constant upgrades, and status purchases. Those are expenses dressed as success. Daniel started small. He didn't jump into risky moves. He began with knowledge. He learned about steady investing, simple funds, and building a skill that could earn outside his salary. He started doing small freelance work after hours. The income was tiny at first, but it was money beyond his paycheck, and that gave him hope. It showed him a path that was real, not magical. Then came the lesson of debt. Daniel used to think debt was normal because everyone had it. Loans, buy now, pay later, credit cards. But Michael said something that hit hard. Debt is stealing from your future to feed your present. Daniel realized every time he borrowed, he wasn't solving a problem, he was postponing it with interest. So he listed his debts and began paying them off steadily, starting small. It wasn't fast, but it was real. Each debt cleared felt like removing a chain. As Daniel's finances improved, his mind improved too. Money stress is not only numbers. It affects sleep, confidence, relationships, and peace. Daniel began walking differently, not because he was suddenly rich, but because he was no longer lost. Years passed slowly. Daniel didn't become a billionaire. That was never the point. He became free. He built savings, reduced debt, created another income stream, invested steadily, and stopped chasing appearances. One day, Daniel sat again at the same cafe with Michael and smiled. He told him he finally understood. Wealth is not about having a lot of money. It is about having control. Money is not the goal. Freedom is. Financial success is not mystery or luck. It is built through small decisions repeated daily. Tracking, saving, building assets, avoiding useless debt, investing steadily, living below your income, and choosing freedom over showing off. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to start. Because the saddest thing is not earning little. The saddest thing is earning and never building. Start where you are with what you have, one step at a time. And one day you will look back and realize you were not just earning money, you were building a future. Your support encourages us to create more content, so if you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and stay with us for more financial lessons that can truly change lives.